Hey everybody, I'm Crow, and welcome back to Moonlighter, my favorite part of the day. So painful waiting for night. Okay, so I did some farming, because I wanted to go around and collect a bunch of stuff. Ignore the money, that's not really important right now. This is our materials chest, just for things we're gonna make, for crafting, armors and such. This is where all the items get put immediately. And this is our equipment bag. So we got stuff. I went back and I farmed up materials to remake every weapon, and then I made farmed up the materials to get the alternate route of every weapon. So we are going to do both of every weapon and all of the armor sets, because I've made all of those too. We're going to fully upgrade and go through the build path of every possible weapon and armor in the game, because that sounded neat. All I did was run the Golem dungeon. We have not touched the forest dungeon. And the reason we have so much money is because I realized I was selling things for 400 that were worth 2,000. Those Golem manual page things, like you can sell them for 1,600 to 2,000 depending upon whether or not they're popular. And you get 40% increase. So they were like almost 3,000 each. And you could get a bunch of those. Farming the materials took many, many times longer. It got to the point where I wasn't even picking up stuff for money because I just needed to get enough bars to make all of this stuff. It was very costly. But even though we have 300,000, there's so many places to put that. To upgrade each one of these weapons is 64,000 just for the forest level, and we have 10 weapons to upgrade. So that's 640,000 right off the top, not counting the armor, not counting the buildings and all the other stuff. So it's not really a ridiculous number. In the purple chests that show up, you can find amulet things. We have most of them, I think, actually. Luck amulet reduces our armor by 10%, but we get a 20% better drop chance. I think that's pretty cool. Probably be easier to just look at them from here. Barrier amulet puts a bubble on you whenever you go to the next floor, but you take 20% max health damage increased, so it's probably like 25% max health if you fall. Black cat amulet cancels any fall damage, but 20% less probability of drops. So that's kind of dumb. Maybe unless you put it with the barrier amulet, maybe that cancels this out and you just get the bubble. Luck amulet loses the defensive power, gets the drop rate. If you're below 20%, you get 50% more healing from potions, but I feel like if you're below 20%, like, how did you get to 20% without just getting killed outright? Vampire amulet gives us that life steal that I was talking about last time that I love, but at the expense of 20% less max damage. I don't like that. 5% more damage, but it summons the Wanderer much more often. I don't like that either. Actually, I think there was a couple more that were dungeon specific. This increases our health, but slows us down a lot. There's an anti-stun band too. Did I lose the anti-stun band? No, I'm wearing it. Okay. Ring that grants its wearer enough stoicism to resist shocking attacks. I figured anti-confusion meant confusion, but it means stuns, I guess. So this is our equipment setup. I have enchanted all of this stuff. The spear is still my favorite weapon. This is triple enchanted on both, and I made good potions. And I discovered the reveal potions. Absolutely addicted to these. I love seeing where everything is. We will be using them going forwards. I have been spending ludicrous amounts of money on stuff that isn't too hyper important. Next we go to the billboard to show you the upgrade stuff. I refrain from buying anything too major. I just bought the first row of stuff, so we picked up the cheap sale box. I don't know how I would use that. That just seems like losing money. Comfy bed makes it so that we have extra health, which is the 50 that you see up top in the orange. And then this is all the new stuff we can buy. But first of all, 60,000, and we can upgrade the shop. So our shop just got even more amazing. And thankfully, this game gates you. So we can't just get the best house immediately. Phew, that was hard work. Still not trusting me? Remember, it is bigger in the inside. People can place orders. And this stops people from stealing if it's in the display case, so you put the super valuable items in the display case? And you can enter on either side here. What I'm more concerned with... Wow, this place is starting to look super nice. Is if we can... Oh, lost my train of thought. It's gone. Yes, upgrade the register. This is what I wanted. 40%. It is actually additive. The 20% we get from the painting in there is added to this 20%, so it's a solid 40%. I wasn't actually planning on buying this, but look, boom. 70,000. Money goes quick. But now we have the best register. So whenever we sell something, if we sell something for 1,000, now we get 1,600. Let's just buy all this stuff. Okay, well, we can't afford this. These things aren't as important. What I wanted to buy most importantly with these things is now we can get the other buildings. Give me the sturf. I have been curious about what these... You sell bands? And the other one. We can't get the banker yet, but I assume that's even more money shenanigans. Collecting money and collecting items in this game is just super satisfying. Okay. So until we can get the banker later, we're good on people. And these provide no immediate benefit because I'm not even close to running out of room. No immediate benefit. Let's look at the new stuff. Alan, a fellow merchant. By your looks, you must be well. Thank you for requesting my cart in Rhinoka. My name is Alan. And my crafted decorations remind people of what it's like to feel again. If your shop is in need of a little decor, stop by Hawker's. A relaxing fountain of energized water from the Golem dungeon. Dude. Increases the time visitors wait in the queue. I suppose we might be getting to the point where that's a problem. Increases the number, or the max number of visitors to the shop. Increase the time the shop can be open. Every visitor adds a generous tip to their payment. 20% more money? Okay. Wait, these are cheap. Give me all of these. Dude, these are awesome. It's per dungeon, too. Increase the speed of visitors. Max number of visitors again. Every visitor adds a generous tip. We're at 100% if we can put both of these in there. Like, for real, we have doubled income now. And we don't even have the other ones. That's super awesome. Making money is just getting that much faster. I know if I just did the forest dungeon, I could have made all the money that I did much faster. Doesn't matter. I wanted to farm it. Julian, welcome, my friend, to the marvelous Le Retailer. Or actually, if it's Le, that means it's French, so I shouldn't pronounce the last letter of the R? Is that Le Retail? The newest and by far best looking shop in Rhinoka. Oh, you are well correct, owner of Moonlighter? I'm Julian. Thank you for requesting a retailer in Rhinoka. I look forward to our healthy competition. I can barely sell this for 380 and you're selling it for 1800? I see, so he's a con artist. He sells all of this stuff if you want it. You bought these? I see. I guess if you just really need something and you don't want to farm it... I guess that's actually really cool. If you just want to throw money at a problem, you don't have to farm them. I had a really hard time managing inventory space. I was running into the dungeon, clearing a floor and a half, then going back, clearing a floor and a half, and stopping before the golem room, and then going back in a third time, just to make sure I had maximum space. That's cool that he has bans sometimes. Anyway, with both of those unlocked, what else did we even have to look at? I guess we could look at this stuff. We don't have any of the materials for these, but it is cool that we got all that stuff. We're following both of these paths, so I think it would be kind of fun to like try out both versions of the weapons, maybe see if there's a different attack pattern, or at least see what the effect is, because like this is an O. That's also an O, actually. What are these effects then? Is this a stun? So many things. I tried out all the weapons. The bow is alright. The gloves are actually kind of cool. I just wish they had a farther range. I think the spear is still my favorite. But with this, I think we're free to go into the dungeon. We have good healing potions too. So we'll hit this up. We'll get in as far as we can. And then we'll sell our stuff. Forest dungeon. Now I come over here and I say use. And then everything is amazing. So I can see 2 normal chests on the left, and we haven't explored this stuff at all, so I'm totally going there. Oh my god, those are the leaves that we need to upgrade stuff. You're just gonna drop these immediately? Like, I thought it was super cool whenever the Golem Dungeon had, what's it called? Like, the forest biome stuff? Let me double check something real quick. I heard sometimes the audio, even if it's at 1, it forgets it's at 1. I just want to remove the risk of this recording getting messed up. Preserved root. Fertile soil. I don't know what any of this stuff does, but as it fills in our log, we will see what we do or do not need to upgrade our weapons. Having this... Oh, that's super cool. Wow, this place is visually great. I love that they're like canopy leaf things falling down. Anyway, we pick up some of everything. And in doing so... Oh, it kept ticking. We'll find out what we need to do to stuff. Is that a lock? Oh, it's probably a lock from... Oh my god, it's hot and terrible. Where did my beautiful forest go? Everything still dies just as easy. See this pixelation up here? I wonder what this is. I've seen it in other places too. Probably just a graphical effect of this line I'm walking on, but like placed somewhere else. That's a damage over time effect. Well, that must be the 3rd dungeon then. Yeah, I missed. We already know where the fountain is, that's why we went this way first. Because not only did we get to check out all the stuff, I don't care how much it costs for us to... How much does it cost to teleport out? 4,000 gold? Pfft. The stuff in here must be worth more than the stuff from the Golem Dungeon. And the stuff from the Golem Dungeon is like ludicrously... Is the book working now? For some reason I was having a bug where it doesn't update the price. Yeah, it won't update any of my prices anymore. These things were going for like 2,500. Oh, these ones actually updated. I was selling them for 1,600. They were buying them for 2,000, but that's only when they were popular. When they're neutral, you can't sell them for 2,000. Rune tools are seriously golden at 1,300. And I had tons of those. I got like 30 of them. I was slowly selling them for between $850 and then I got up to $1,300. So yeah, that was a waste of money. I probably could have sold them for like $1,600. Either way, this stuff was worth way more than I thought it was. That is the moral of the story. I underestimated the inflation in these dungeons. Hello, empty chest. I probably should have bought like a status effect weapon. I'm kind of worried about using these potions, you know? It's kind of stupid, but I did kind of spend 8,000 gold on each one. It's kind of the point where I'm like, I should probably just leave the dungeon if I need to heal. Patterns! Oh yes, these dungeons do indeed have patterns. You may think they are random, you may even think they're chaotic, but no. No, they're actually quite the opposite. There is reason and repetition. Some sort of divine guide, a template of sorts, followed every time the dungeon rebuilds itself. For instance, we all know there are 3 floors to a dungeon. But have you noticed how this healing hot spring appears on every floor? And how it always appears on the path towards the next floor? Placed not only to assist and heal, but also guide. These dungeons basically want you to find the treasure. I have noticed such things. Alright. We're gonna kill the boss, and we're gonna leave, and we're gonna sell the stuff. Plant flesh I don't actually think is useful for anything. And it doesn't sell for anything. Pretty disappoint. Oh, it's a tree. Oh, it was a tree. Cool facts about the stuff. I don't know if it was intentional, but if you use this to leave, maybe because it costs so much so it doesn't matter anyway, I'm pretty sure it reveals the map for free when you come back. We killed 22 enemies and we did the stuff. My inventory's full, we're going back to drop the stuff off. You see how much bank space we have? Doesn't even matter. I don't care if it's night or day. Look at that, we got our 100 health bubble back. Oh, wait, first and foremost, which of these are important, Andre? Do I have anything that I should be wary of? Wow, I have stuff from the 3rd dungeon to make these things already. Dude. Okay, so anything from the 3rd dungeon is definitely going in the stuff to craft things later, Ben. So the stuff from the boss, the tree bark, whatever, that is required for this. Both of those are required. Alright, so the bark, the leaves, and like the ginger root is for the armors. We still don't know what's for these, and these all have the same materials to build up. Thankfully, the weapons are all the same materials all the way down for each rank. So that means there's only 2 different materials for each one since it requires the previous weapon. So upgrading these should be pretty sweet. It's just making the initial one that sucks. In fact, I suppose that's true for all of these. Anyway, leaves and the ginger root and stuff. That's things that we need to keep. So, strong leaves we are definitely keeping. Empowering crystals we always take. Preserved roots are important. This is stuff from that 3rd dungeon thing. This is stuff from that 3rd dungeon thing. This is useful for the poison weapons. Magic wood is useful for the armor. And I don't know what the rest of this stuff is. We should check the alchemist then. So I'm going to check the alchemist and see if this venom jelly is the stuff needed. Why would venom jelly make a better healing potion? Look, it's jelly, okay? You're kidding. Okay, so venom jelly is a peak. That's not the one used for this. I guess each dungeon has their own, and I bought the super ridiculously good stuff. Like, 75, what am I supposed to do with that? I'm on a full heal. I bought the 7,600 ones. Either way, this will help us get cheaper ones. And I already have a lot of the regular jelly. So we will be saving all forms of jelly in the chests for our potion craftings for later. Who knows? Maybe I'll cheap out. It's like right now, I'm terrified of using those potions because I don't want to waste them. That's a bad use of potions if you know, die. So I'm going to do that. And then this is our junk to sell, maybe tentatively for later. I will figure it out when I figure it out. For the meantime, we're still just going to be picking up absolutely everything. I'm honestly wondering if we're buff enough to just finish this floor. Like, I know we don't have any of the current gear. Like, by the end of this dungeon, we should have fully upgraded weapons, and then probably, I assume all of my enchantments are going to go to waste. And I'm going to have to triple enchant them again. We could be much, 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 much more powerful. Oh hey, it's doing that quiet thing when you come back to the dungeon again. That just kind of happens. When we touch a chest, it will fix. I didn't grab the weapons again. Ah, we're supposed to be trying new things. We kind of already missed a tier now that I think about it. Oh, no, wait, no, we didn't, because we don't have the weapons from this area. I was like, the status effects, like, I don't even know what they are. It's a swirly do, and that's what's on the ring, so it's probably a stun. Oh my god. These guys are brutal. Not that we're taking much damage, but... oh, that's so good. Let me tell you, the amount of wood, I needed like 56 of those iron bars, not the ingots, like the long cylindrical pole things. When it takes up that much bag space, I'm just like, curse the day that I stupidly was selling all of this stuff. And the wood and everything, getting the wood and the vines took forever, because those things never want to drop the stuff. Get slain. Plant flesh is like 100% should probably just be thrown into the mirror now. Because I know that that stuff's only worth like 40. And I did not see it anywhere on the crafting materials. In fact, there's only 4 crafting materials across all the weapons. And probably like 4 or 5 across the armor. We still do not know who is causing this grief, so we should, not have to hold too many different materials. There's probably lots of stuff here that's just for money. Some parts of our experimental forest continue to disappear, replaced with wrecked variants occasionally covered in green slime. I haven't fully explored this dungeon yet. Then there's different loots, too. Like the crumb, like the stuff looks like crumbs, the foundry wastes. That stuff was only really in crummy chests, like the normal ones. Silver ones had their own loot table, gold ones, and then rune ones. Oh, what do you know? The audio's back. Ancient wood. I will put this here because crystals don't have the same value to me, and then I will pick these up. Ooh, these guys drop them too. So the first boss doesn't have any particularly special loot. Though I suppose that could be said also for the other ones. How about that first boss, though? I'm not gonna say we trivialized it by being overprepared, but I think we trivialized it by being overprepared. Forest fruits. By the way, I know it would be more creative and artsy if I had to place the stuff in my house, but I'm gonna be honest, I kind of hope that that stuff is just like, this is garbage. Like, the things that I bought, I hope there's just a set place in my house, and that they were automatically put in those places, because I am no artist. And I fear having to decorate the house and make it look nice. I'm so bad at stuff like that. It can be fun sometimes, but I'm like... pressure. Alright, I also know that petals are worthless. Venomous spores are probably important. Plant flesh is worthless. I have a lot of empowering crystals, so I'm not worried about those. Also, this life fluid and the light essence I have sold. Straw, that was important. And I think this is thresholds, because I've sold things under this threshold for that amount or slightly above. So this isn't like a hard, everything above this is worth $12.75 or more and everything below it is worth less. It can be over and this can be a little under, I think. But it is still good reference. Either way, I know this is for money and it's not for much. Normally I would keep big stacks of things like this, just in order to be able to, whenever you get the effect that's like, copy everything in this stack to whatever this item is, like, that's where those are good. But right now, I'm not too worried about that. If it's just for money, I don't care. Like, if I'm in money-making mode, we can Eye of the Tiger tryhard this stuff. But right now, we're collecting materials. Money can be gotten from anywhere. Not so much the materials. Though I suppose we could buy them for a ludicrous amount now that we have the retailer dude. I'm loving these layouts. I mean, I understand that this is basically the other floors thing, but instead of, like, pits to your death, it's tree stumps. But I'm like, dude, forests are awesome. More patterns and secrets. For those diving so far as the 3rd floor, have you ever felt overburdened? All the time, and then I just started paying for the portal out. Carrying just too much loot? Too much treasure? But you don't want to stop. You just can't stop. Then I got something for you. Hidden somewhere on the 3rd floor between where you start and where you end. The end here being the massive creature at the bottom of the dungeon, meaning the dungeon's end, is more than likely your end. But between those two spots, one may notice a sparkle, a glimmer of something just beyond a pit of infinite darkness. You're brave, I ask you to give it a jump. See what's down there. Huh, can there be portals out sometime? Like, let me tell you, I jumped in a lot of holes, and I never found a portal out of here. A lot of holes. Ow! Wow, this room sucks. I need to leave. That's all just crap for money. I don't care about that. That's cool. The broadsword actually does more damage. You know what? We're gonna heal. We have the buns. I'll buy more. Okay, so tell me what this is. I don't know that this is going to be a material for anything. We definitely had some of these on the way in here, right? Can I just sell this? Is this junk? Are forest fruits junk? You know what? If we've got this many of them, they can't be that hard to get. Plant flesh is definitely junk. Uncover this while I sell this. And this is definitely amazing. Ancient wood's probably useful. Empowering crystals are nice, but I don't really care. We're hoarding this stuff so that I can get cheaper potions. If push comes to shove, I will definitely take like strong leaves or something over this stuff, or like pure acid or whatever. That's just more stuff to mulch. Let me in. You got no business eating me. Alright, so it's a common reoccurring theme that the first boss of every dungeon is completely trivial. We have established this. However, the second boss is like doomsday bad if you don't have healing. Or at least it can be. I hope that we are more prepared than someone would when they were just playing this game casually, because we have +3 weapons. That is the hope. Another tree! But this one has too much health. It's throwing fruit at me. Why does it do 55 damage? Is that bad stuff on the floor? I thought we died. I was like, did it crit me? That looks like a weapon upgrade thing. So this is probably what the first tree did, and oh man, am I glad. That totally looks like something that's going into a weapon. Like, I kind of recognize the silhouette. Wait to the Healy-mobile. I guess it's not really mobile, so I can't really call it a mobile. But I am mobile when I am in it. And we're full of stuff, so I'm leaving. 8,000, who cares? See, that's the freedom. That is the niceness. Now we can go down there. Yeah, we got lots of stuff. It's cool. And check to see which of these is useful for upgrading equipment. We already know what jelly is useful, so we don't have a reason to go back to the alchemist. There's no reason to visit anyone other than Andre. The straw hay stuff, as expected. Wow, we could already upgrade this. Wow. We could already upgrade this too. Easy mode. The logs are a part of this too. So, the hay, the magic wood, the leaves, the ginger stuff, the regular wood, and that's everything. How many things is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just 5 different things across the armors? And then this is definitely the roots. So all of these are going to require 2 of the roots. And the regular wood. And then this is also going to require the regular wood. And then the pure acid. So these are probably poison weapons. It's called the poison bow. Oh my god. This is the catapult bow. You know these things have names? I should probably read them sometime. Okay. So there's 6, 7, 8 things to collect. There is literally only 8 things that we absolutely direly need. And that's pretty sweet. This has 3 rooms now. So this is for weapons, this is for weapons, this is for armor, armor. And these aren't actually for that. I can now say this with certainty. Which means this can go in the crap to sell box. Then I just take my potions out. Wait, no, wait, this is not the crap to sell. This is my useful potion jelly. We are going to be converting back to the cheaper potions, most likely. I don't know, actually, if we upgrade the armor, we're going to have over 200 health. I've only got 2 left. So, why is it up to 8,000? Don't care, I will get more money. I do not want to die. We're going to be going kind of long this time. But would anyone really want me to stop at the 3rd floor of the dungeon? I don't think they would. Okay. So from here we could probably just prioritize the chests. So let's go right, then we'll go left, then we'll go up. And then that bar can be in the way, so I cannot know which one of those leads to the... Oh wait, I think it's up there at the top. I think it's just straight ahead. Yeah, because that's always on the way to the bottom. We're going to grab the chests. And it's quiet again. Other weapon. Like, I love this thing infinitely more. Oh, they're angry faces. I love this sword infinitely more than the sword and shield. Spear has a special place in my heart. Being able to hit things through object. Life-changing. How dare you hit me for 41? Did I give you permission to do that? Giant leaves. Like, you see that? The enemy tries to attack us, but we're too far away. Get counterplayed. Speed powder. Botany jottings? Oh, this is probably... We'll save this just in case we need to take something out. Dude. This is probably like the Golem page's super money. And look at these old bulbs. We just got 3 of them. That's 2 weapon upgrades. We don't need to go that way. From now on, when I come to this dungeon, unless I'm doing a material run, I can just prioritize the chests and then go to the next floor. In fact, if the money I make in here is even more ludicrous, especially since we're doing like double income with the shop upgrades, which we should look at before this episode's over. As long as I'm not being a dumb. Remind me not to forget. Like, I know I'm recording this a week before it's gonna go up, but still. Go back in time and slap me if I forget. Botany jottings are gonna be worth so much money, dude. I could feel it. You know what? We're gonna truly have to make another trip. You ever notice how intense it is that everything here hits us for like 45? Maybe this luck ring is kind of backfiring. So that's garbage. Blade leaves. Like, some of this stuff just sounds so useful. Like, so obviously a material. And then it isn't, and I'm confused. Oh my god. That damage just accumulated so fast. These projectile guys are scary. Dude, this poison is terrible. Send something back. Do we have anything of extreme value? Dude. And then all of a sudden, MVP plant flesh. Is there anything here I want to send back is the real question. This is fragile and I don't want it to break. Bloop. Then I'll put this here so that I can do that, so that I can do that. This isn't what I thought it was. I thought this was the... Oh, no, wait. No. This was what I thought it was. That's what I wanted to do. I knew I had a reason to do that. I don't want to deal with this right now. Oh my god, mulching it gives me 700. We could probably sell that and buy a castle. Alright, so quick heal up for the room here. Please no projectiles. Okay. When you, by the way, you can't refight bosses. It just fills the room with a bunch of random enemies, and then there's 3 chests in the room. And if you kill the enemies fast enough, like, the chests unlock. If you don't, they sink into sludge. Blech. I can word sometimes. Okay. So one final time, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but there's too much good stuff. I don't care how much money we spend. I'm gonna make more. We've already spent, like, this is the third time we've left. We spent 24,000 just coming in here. I should probably pick up a couple more potions too, just in case. You know? Why be low on potions? We're gonna have 5 full heals. Where did you put them? Are they in my house? Who let you in my house? What do people do when I'm gone? Dude. I forgot I bought extras. Did I not just buy 2 potions? Did she just take my money and run? You know what? I'll figure it out later. I don't care. I do care. Yeah, alright, so... that's for crafting. And I think everything else is junk to sell. Give me my potions back. Junk to sell. Unfortunately, because this episode is taking so ridiculously long... give me 2 of these. We're not going to have time to sell it this episode, because we're already over 40 minutes, I think. But I will show you the entirety of this dungeon. We might die. We have an extra 100 health bubble. We might die. But we will see it in totality. Okay. I actually didn't need this now that I think about it. Be a tree. I should have brought the bow, dude. Carnivorous Mutae. Holy cow, this thing has so much health. Those don't look friendly. You have ads? Not on my watch. We're killing all your friends. The bow would be so clutch here. Oh. By the way, we went into the shop. I didn't check to see if there were decorations in there, but we were in the shop, so I didn't lie and I didn't forget. I love that this theme is just a remake of the original. Are you attacking behind you? This is much safer than I was expecting. What, do you only lash in the back? 55. That's some pretty serious damage, though. Should not be negligent. We are in 2-shot range. That was our first potion, though? I have to say. Not my best boss fight. But I'm kind of confident we won. Why did you eat that? One chest instead of many. We only ended up using one healing potion. Some petals are garbage. Get out of here. I might just hold on to these as a trophy. Mostly because... Oh no, I do know how much they're worth. They're around 5,000. Probably sell this for like 4,500 then. Isn't it nice to have this book? I'll have this all set up to sell next time so that you guys can see stuff. Mutate jottings. The acid for the weapons. Botany stuff. Forest history stuff. So this is a lot of money. Amulet. Ancient wood. Botany jottings. Okay. This is one of 2 rings for the forest. So there's a bunch of general rings, which we have most of, I think. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 rings that can be found in any dungeon that we don't have. And then 2 from each of the other dungeons. So this is one of the ones from here. Ring that boosts the owner's health, but also weakens their defensive power. I don't like that. This is basically 5,000 though. We Portland out. The only thing we killed. That was awfully purple. I kind of thought we were going to need to farm perfect amounts of equipment before we got here. But honestly, I should anyway. Boy, you defeated the Golem King and now the Forest Guardian? You risk too much. Pushing me to a heart attack is what you're doing. Your grandfather would be worried sick if he was still around. Worried and unreasonably proud. I can just hear him. My grandson, a merchant, that slays guardians. Can you believe that? That man, as stressful as you. At the request of the town, I am to inform you the desert dungeon is now open to all. Fools. We closed these dungeons for a reason. Additionally, there should be a new shop expansion on the town board. Hopefully that will keep you busy, away from any further guardians. Moonlighter is starting to look like its old, busy self. Shouldn't have paused for so long there. I was like, what do you mean it's starting to look old? We already have the desert? I don't want to go to the desert till we get all the stuff from here. But we already know all of the items that we need to upgrade them. Banker, man. We gotta get the banker. And rank 3. 120,000. This stuff I'm not too worried about. The rest of these are like whatever. But this shop upgrade and the banker. The banker should probably be the first purchase. So now we're at a crossroads here. Because I said we would sell all of this stuff. But I want to, like, get all of this stuff upgraded to the next rank before we go to the next dungeon. And if I just sell the stuff next episode, we won't have enough. Even if I bought the materials. I'm going to need to delve the hell out of the forest dungeon. Probably like 6 or 7 more times at least in order to get all the materials for this. That was the wrong chest. This is not the garbage one. I'm at a loss. It's actually really late. I have to wait super late to play the game, and it's very sad. I don't know what I want to do. So while I think about that, and where we're going to start next time, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you liked it. Later, everybody.